Cedar Lake Speedway. Man, this is mostly slider lines through 3 and 4. We'll see. Beating down the top through 1 and 2. Some guys milking it around the bottom. Trying to find a different way home. There's going to be plenty of ways to get home. Now Landon Cardoza at the top of the charts here in this 21 machine. Always quick. Has already won a race here this season, so definitely going to be a guy to keep your eye on. I think the cameras might be a little quiet here. I'm going to play around with my desktop sound. Try to turn that up a little bit here. Let's see here. Do I have it too loud for this? No, okay. That seems right about, you know, I may have nailed it. Right now we're watching Matt Grimm and Joseph Grandy battling side by side here. Grandy takes the slight edge over Grimm. Takes a look here on the inside of 2. So Matt here kind of seeing that gap open up. Going to go to the top here in 3. Grandy feeling like $1 million right now. Is Landon Cardoza going to get up? Mix it up here with the gang a little bit. The 21 machine, he is the top dog. Let's show you. So obviously you see the fast time. I'll show you their last times, what they're currently running. So Grandy in 11.10, Cardoza last time ran 11.15. Duche, I believe P6, yeah, he's out on the racetrack as well. So right now, Rick Main, Matt Grimm, Joseph Grandy, Duche, and now, well, he's ballparked it. He's not out there. See, those are the guys, if you're watching times, they're the ones currently out on the racetrack is Joseph Grandy, blinking a little bit. Main out here in the 187. He looks to the bottom there of that 9 machine. Eric Moranis. Ooh, neat looking color scheme here. That thing looks like it's a handful there right now for Eric. Trying to work that thing around. Maybe Landon trying to show him a thing or two. Or just settles down behind, lets him get a little loose there, then kind of picks up the dust here, gets rolling. Not that these guys want to beat the track up or anything like that, but they need the feel here. You want to be out there on the track right as we get ready to roll into qualifying. But you know the way the track's handled when you're getting ready to go out there. You don't know if it's going to be a bottom or top unless you've been out there recently. So you don't want to get caught sleeping. You want to be out there. You want to be around. You want to be quick in qualifying. I mean, that's a big part of the battle. If you put yourself in good position for the start of these heat races, you know, these guys are good. You don't want to have to pass guys if you don't need to. Just go ahead, just avoid that. Qualify good. Start towards the front. Well, you'll avoid half that problem right there. Is got a couple other guys here right now. 12 drivers have put in a lap time. We do have more drivers in the session. Not sure how many of them are admitting or just hanging out, maybe watching a buddy. But seeing 16 guys. Plenty of time here, a little over 6 minutes, as you see there, left in practice. But, you know, sometimes they advance it early. They'll kind of advance it when they think the track is the race at its peak. That's when kind of see those guys pull off the racetrack. See the 11 of Joseph Broom rolling around here. Let's see, what are the sponsors like? So we're seeing JGR on the side, RS on the front. I'm not too sure what that RS is. Let's see here. We get better zoom in camera. Do this. Of course not. He's going back to the pit, so we're not going to get a zoomed in angle there. Those are whipping that 21 machine right up around that outside. That's where we're going to see guys go in qualifying. But the tricky part is, you know, you can't go up there too high. If you go up there, clip that outside wall, you're going to lose your lap. You can't have any incident points. I mean, even a 0x. Just go up there, brush that thing, or go down there, brush a tire on the inside. You're going to right away your lap. I wish you'd done something different here. As Rick Main working into the outside here, trying to get around that 91 machine of Matt Grimm. Matt working the inside. That's was not Forkenbrock ahead. It was Joe Johnson. There in the 13 machine, all white. And keep that thing clean for now, out front of the boys. Rick Main may have something to say about that here. Going to look to the bottom and slide job across the nose of Joey. JJ going to go to the inside there. Got a little loose when he thought about cutting under. Now Rick's in the outside wall. Oh, Rick going to drive up there deep. Going to get into the back of Moranis. Whoa, in that 9. He's got his hands full here. Ooh, a name I'm familiar with. Gavin Chatham. Is he maybe in a room all by himself? Or no, there's some other guys, I guess, sitting down there on pit road. We got Logan Trimmer getting ready to, no, he got shy, got a little camera shy, back in the pits. Oh, just gonna do some donuts. KBM 45 got a little nervous again, gonna pull it back in the pits, gonna do it one more time. Let's look over it, let's get a good overview. Oh, no, I was going to see if maybe he was writing us a message. I might have told him that's enough tires. You know, the guys don't want to see him keep melting through all the tires here. And, well, nobody out on the racetrack, so that makes me think probably doing a driver's meeting. Now we hear kind of in the background some guys maybe driving around. Forkenbrock going to come out on the racetrack here. Got dirt vision on the side of that 18. I wonder if he gets, you know, possibly a discount here. We'll have to see what he's worked into the sponsorship deal. You know, if he does get a discount, always send it my way. Love the dirt vision discount. Carter Forkenbrock, the man currently 9th. Call it quits here on that run. Pull it back in. We'll hop back over to this room. Nobody on the racetrack. Still in that session. 99 to Gavin Chatham there. He does a quick disappearing act. Somebody looked like pulling out on the racetrack. Who was that? Nick Larry? The 43. Couple guys getting ready to come out here. Nick out there. Matt Powell in the 12. We got Logan Trimmer finally joining us there after the donut party. Gavin Chatham pulling out on the racetrack. C2, you know, you're saying, how do you know this? Well, the software. That's how you know this. Logan. Apparently, ooh, Indianapolis here. We'll get him off the screen. Bad luck there for Logan. Pittsfield, Maine. Ooh, 15 years old. I wonder if Nick really is 15. If so, man. Got some pace here for a young kid. Have to see what the guy brings as we go on throughout the night. We got Cody Bodie. Man, Cody, your parents, they were out to get you here. Whips that thing on the outside in that number 1 RTB ride. Does Cody have where he's from? Nope. The room definitely starting to fill up here, so we've got 15 times in. I think, like I say, we have 2 other guys in here, but I believe they're admins. Should have, I think, 2 heat races. Let's do a little quick math here. An 8 and a 7, I would think. I don't think it would go 3 heat races, 5-5. It may. We'll find out together here in about 20 seconds. The boys get their final laps in. Let's see, what are they doing over here? We got Cardoza in the 21 out here getting some final track time. Joe Johnson, Joseph Groom driving by in that 11 machine. So it's about that time here. As you see that clock, 0-1, or 1-0, excuse me. Checkered flag waves. And well, you should know this drill by now. Whoever goes out on the racetrack first is who we will watch for lap number 1. So keep an eye out here on who that is going to be. See, we got Grandy and Forkenbrock in the car right now. Grandy just ahead of Forkenbrock here. As you can see, there's Forkenbrock. Here's Grandy. Ripping the outside, so we'll watch that 18, or that 518, excuse me, here. Lap number 1 gets a little loose there in the center. One entry, but got a lot of speed coming off here. Going to go back to the top. Loses the rear end a little bit. Grandy, though, purple. May like it for the moment, but will he like it for long? As Forkenbrock inches close, but not close enough here, as you say, inches close. Why don't I put up the overlay here, give you a little reset as well so you can see it. I can read through it on my computer, but it's going to be a little confusing for you. Let's find Landon Cardoza here. He comes across the stripe, lap number 1, P3. So close to that backstretch wall here. Not an incident point. Can't get one or you're going to lose it. Landon Cardoza, green, purple. Quick time for Blackjack Landon Cardoza. An 11.64 as Gavin Chatham comes in. Final lap, P3 for the 99, the Dark Knight. We'll be happy with that. Matt Grimm, 4th, as Joseph Groom comes across the stripe, P5. Final time off of 4. Can the 11 improve? Slower through sector 2. Not enough. Going to stay P5. Is the real deal. Rick Main comes across the charity stripe. P6 in the 187. Fine time here. Slower through 1. Quicker through 3 and 4. Rick Main. Not enough. Is the 187 going to wad it up here? Stick around with P7 as Luke Mumma crosses the line at the Lincoln Electric 69 for a P10. Brody Duché in the 90 machine. What's he got as Duché rips the top here into 1. He's going to clip the wall. This lap is not going to count. Going to get that incident point we talked about. Matt Powell disappears. He comes across the stripe. P5. Good lap for Matt Powell. Brody going to go in there and reset as we got Ayrton Smith here in the 64 machine. What can the Rocket do? Ayrton Smith rips the outside through 3 and 4. Green. What's it mean? P11 right now for the 64. Can he improve? Sector 1 going to be slower. Can he improve here through 3 and 4? Find the time he needs. Quicker through 3 and 4, but not quicker overall. Going to stay P. Well, was 11. Drops back to 12th. Is Brody Duche comes across the stripe P8, and we have had 14 guys put in a time, and I think we're all out of time. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look. Starting grid, heat race number 1. 8 guys, row 4 to the outside, the 45 of Logan Trimmer to the inside, the 69 of Luke Mumma. Row 3 to the outside, Cody Bodie in the 1 machine to the inside, the 187 of the real deal, Rick Main. Row 2 to the outside, in the lucky number 13, JJ Joseph Johnson to the inside, the 1-2 of Matt Powell. Row 1 for heat race number 1. Winner going to start on the pole for tonight's A main to the outside, the 99 of the Dark Knight, Gavin Chatham. And starting on the pole, 21 of Blackjack, Landon Cardoza. Wow, no overlay reset. I'm shocked. I almost didn't know what to say there. That's not normal. But hey, we're gonna take it, man. It's hopefully that means good things here. We're gonna have a good run. Heat race number 1. We'll have 8 laps to play. Landon Cardoza will lead the way here. Should do 2 pace laps though, I think. Going this time by. I got a little bit of wait and see time here. Final lap behind the iRacing pace truck, and we're set to determine the inside starting rows here for our A main as we roll down the backstretch for the final time. Landon Cardoza is going to reach up, pull those belts tight one more time because the green flag's high and it is ready to fly. We got 8 laps to play at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Heat race number 1 is underway. Oh, right away here, battle on for second as you see JJ on the bottom there in that white machine, but now he slides back up in line. 3 wide behind him. Rick Main gets into the back of JJ there. They go around sideways through turn 1. No caution flag. We continue as Landon Cardoza trying to climb the mountain out front here, but Powell not letting him get too far off that leash here, trying to stay right behind Matthew Powell. He'll here reel into 21 of Blackjack. Plenty of time as we've got 5 laps to play. Take a look here. Luke Mumma hanging out right now, 5th. Not too much going on around him. He's kind of marred between the 2 packs here as you see Trimmer. He gets in the outside wall. Rick Main possibly going to get him back. Is stuck in the outside wall. No caution. We continue as Landon Cardoza, big time lead. He wants this thing to stay green. A second, almost a second and a half out front with 2 laps to play. Gavin Chatham sneaking out of the shadows. That's why I call him the Dark Knight. Batman to P2 here with a lap and a half to go as we take the white flag. Final time around for Blackjack. Landon Cardoza looking to make it as easy as he can here. Final time through 3 and 4, and he's going to start on the pole for tonight's A main at the Cedar Lake Speedway. P2, Gavin Chatham. P3, Cody Bodie. Luke Mumma coming on 4th. Matt Powell 5th. Rick Main 6th. Logan Trimmer 7th. And JJ Joseph Johnson rounds out the field. We take a look. Starting grid, heat race number 2. Inside of row 4, the 1-8 of Carter Forkenbrock. Row 3 to the outside, the 64 of Ayrton Smith. To the inside, the 43 of Nick Larry. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 90 of Brody Duche. To the inside, the 11 of Joseph Broom. Row 1 for heat race number 2. Winner going to start on the outside of the front row for tonight's A main. To the outside, the 91 of Matt Grimm. And starting on the pole, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. I knew it. I knew it wasn't going to work this time. You know, we never... Luck don't strike twice like that. Have to do a quick little refresh, but... Plenty of time. Plenty of time to, you know, kill time here. At the Cedar Lake Speedway. So let's find the correct camera. That's the camera I'm looking for. Let's go up top here for this final lap around, and then we'll drop down to this flag stand as the driver's pace. We get ready to go green this time by. Lights are off on the pace truck. Gonna pull off, and we're gonna have 8 laps to play one more time as we're set to watch heat race number 2. Can Joseph Grandy take advantage here? Have a good start. Set the pace as the green flag waves. We're underway. The 518 drops the hammer, and we're off. Almost overrunning the pace truck. There is Grandy. Set to go. Matt Grimm to the outside here. He lost the spot early. Going to try to get it back. Looks under the 11 of Joseph Groom. Gets it at the line. Now Groom stuck on the outside. Here is Nick Larry taking a peek on the inside in that 43 machine. What can Nick do here as we race off into 1? Joseph Groom there on the outside, ripping the cushion. Look at him climbing. Really climbing the stairs there, trying to find grip. Gonna go down to the center here on the entry to 1, but looks right back up on that cushion. The 11 just feels at home, ripping that lip here at Cedar Lake. To get back to the inside, maybe work back around Nick Larry, who is the mover, man. Started 5th up to 3rd. Matt Grimm maybe thinking about taking a peek here, but couldn't find any grip on the bottom of 4. Watches Joseph Grandy kind of extend that lead here as we roll into 3. 2 laps to go this time by for the 518. Can Joseph Grandy take that catalytic recovery machine and park it in victory lane here for heat race number 2? Meanwhile, Nick Larry feeling the pressure here as the white flag waves. And Joseph Groom find a way around, running out of time as Grandy sends it into 3, drives it off the top of 4, checkered flag waves. Joseph Grandy wins heat race number 2, followed by Matt Grimm, Nick Larry, Joseph Groom, Brody Duche, Ayrton Smith, and Carter Borkenbrough. You know the drill by now. I mute myself, we hang out. They decide how long they want to do warm-ups, and then we go play. We go play here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. I'll be right back. You know, I don't mute myself the whole time, but we're going to run over. We're going to grab a can of Mountain Dew out of the fridge. Rehydrate after that tough night on the golf course. We'll be right back at it, so stick around. Oh, I got talking to my wife. My apologies. Didn't make it back in time there. I thought they'd do warm-ups a little longer than that, but let's pull up the starting grid here. For tonight's SCRA 410 Sprint Car A main starting lineup at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Running out the field inside of row number 8. Lucky number 13, JJ. Joe Johnson. Row 7 to the outside, the 18 of Carter Forkenbrock to the inside, the 45 of Logan Trimmer. Row 6 to the outside, the 64 of Ayrton Smith to the inside, the 187 of the real deal, Rick Main. Row 5 to the outside, the 90 of Brody Duche to the inside, the 12 of Matthew Powell. Row 4 to the outside, the double one, the popsicle sticks of Joseph Groom to the inside, the 69 of Luke Mama. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 43 of Nick Larry to the inside, the 1 of Cody Bodie. Row 2 to the outside, the 91 of Matt Grimm to the inside, the 99 of the Dark Knight, Gavin Chatham. Row 1 for your SCRA 410 Sprint Car feature to the outside, the 518 of $100 grand, Joseph Grandy, and starting on the pole, the 21 of Blackjack, Landon Cardoza, as the pace truck pulls off. The green flag is high. It's set to fly. We've got 40 laps to play in the clay at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Blackjack ripping the outside here, looking to take that early momentum and seal the lead here as well, rivals in another league that I call here. I say that with a smile on my face, man. They're friends. They have fun with each other. But Gavin Chatham and Joseph Grandy, familiar with fighting side by side, and they're doing it once again here on a Thursday night with the SCRA 410s. And man, oh man, Grandy with the slight edge here as we enter 3. But look, Matt Grimm, he wants a little piece of the pie here. He thinks about making it 3 wide, the 91. Thinks best of it though there. Gonna get up behind the 518 now. Gonna try to follow $100 grand. Says, man, you look good doing it up here. I'm just gonna follow in the shadows. Now thinking about maybe taking a little bigger bite of that apple. Does he think about working to the inside here? There's looky, the 43. They have found a cookie down there on the bottom. Nick Larry finding some grip here. Works up in front of the Dark Knight and move Nick Larry up into that top 4 as we find JJ. Started 15th up to 10th here as Joseph Johnson may have just given one back here in that 13 machine. Fights it right back. But look at Logan coming with a little counter on the bottom. Can't do it. Meanwhile, the 69 of Luke Mum and Ayrton Smith battle. Now it's almost a 3-car mess here. Oh, no caution flag just yet. Are we going to get one? Caution flag waves. Brody Duche makes contact with the 64 of Ayrton Smith, I believe. Or excuse me, that's Luke Mumma in the 69 machine. Let's go up top here. Keep watching it in the slow-mo. You can see the 69 of Luke Mumma tries to cut it underneath. Gets a little loose coming back up across. And nothing there, I believe. Who was that? Ayrton Smith. That's right. Nothing Ayrton can do about that. Can't blame Ayrton. Just, kind of hanging out, running his own jam. And we just lost that rear end, slid up the racetrack. Stuff's going to happen. Lots of power in these 410s. So we're going to break a little loose every now and then. We're going to see the dust maybe get a little unsettled every now and then. Oh, we're going to have to go up to that spotter camp. These guys aren't doing me any favors here. Let's see if the lights are off on that truck. Okay, they're still on. See, whenever they run so far away, it doesn't let you select the pace car as a car, so you don't know if they click them off now. They should be clicked off this time, guys, just so the guys here get ready to go double up. Forgot I do have the backstretch camera too here I could have peeked with. You see the lights are off. So the pace truck will pull off. This time is Blackjack on the bottom. Set to drop the hammer here somewhere in the middle of 3 and 4. He does. We're back underway. Lap 10 here as we're a quarter of the way through. Cardoza ripping that outside, showing him who's boss right now, and Gavin Chatham maybe giving him a little sauce down on the bottom, trying to work back to the field. But Nick Larry, man, he's been that man on the mission. The 43 tries to work into that final podium spot. Can as he's side by side with the 518. As Matt Grimm was able to work around the 518, get up into P2. Yeah, the Grim Reaper find a way here to flip those cards up front, maybe make them fold here, but Blackjack looking good out front as we're 3 wide for third. Big slide job there from Matt Powell. Goes from 5th to 4th, almost got a 2-for-1. Grandy got him back, man. These guys, they are ready to play here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. You can see that 2-second lead there from Blackjack, but boy, they are mixing it up back behind. Luke Mama in the backstretch wall here, the 69 trying to get that Lincoln Electric machine settled down. He does. He's lost some spots here. Mama may lose another one as he's just getting a little loose on that top shelf. Rick Main gets the door slammed in his face here. We get a car up and over. Nick Larry, he was up there battling in the top 5, but now finds himself on his lid. Gonna have to tow. Let's find out here what happened to the 43 of Nick Larry. You can see that's the 13 of JJ Joseph Johnson on the bottom. Throws a slide job. Whoa! He was coming down and couldn't tell who was coming up there. That's the one machine of Cody Bodie. Let's see here. Let's watch this. Let's rewind. You can see, you know, Cody maybe not expecting him to diamond down. He's coming up, so I mean, it stinks. Kind of a racing deal here. Definitely not what you want. Not what you want to have happen. Your Nick Larry running around in the top 5, but that kind of stuff is going to happen. Oh, Landon Cardoza, he should be the one whining and crying. Had a huge lead. Watches it all disappear. Now Matt Grimm going to see if he can strike the fear into that 21, man. Go up here and reap the lead from Blackjack. And Matt Grimm as we go green this time by. Lights are off on the pace truck. Single file restart here. Pace truck dives off, pulls away. It's time to play. Landon Cardoza drops the hammer. 23 laps to go in Cedar Lake. Grimm here trying to reel in that man who has just absolutely tormented the gang here. But looky. Matt Powell, big run on the outside. Thought about making it 3 wide. Couldn't. Grandy slammed the door shut. But that 12 machine, he is going high and handsome. He's in the outside wall. Yellow flag waves. 2 cautions there. Should say 2 wrecks. Excuse me, we saw Matt Powell go around, but that was not the caution. The caution was actually for Ayrton Smith. If we can find out what happened to the 64 here is comes up behind that one machine, nowhere to go. Maybe thinks about going underneath here, but there's going to be some company down there. Crosses over the nose of that 45. Rick Main does a nice little 2-step on the bottom. Loops that thing around, but keeps it out of the fence. Driver, the 187, going to be disappointed there with the contact, but that's just, you know, that's another one, man. That's just a part of racing. That's the name of the game here. So Shake it off, go back at it. Plenty of time as we inch closer to the halfway point. Cracked open my soda and forgot to take myself off mute. My apologies, but the 21 comes around next time. We will have 21 laps to go, so have to see here if Blackjack can hold on. Maybe somebody else has the answer and find a way around that 21 as he rolls the top three. We're set to drop the hammer. It's time to play back underway. 21 laps to go at the Cedar Lake Speedway. See your leader there kind of trying to extend, but there's a battle for third right away. Joseph Grandy gets fed a slide job as JJ works that 13 on the bottom, and man, lucky number 13 feeling good. Here at the halfway point, Ken Grandy sail the outside, build up the steam. Get Grandy back P3 at the line, 19 laps to go. Man, battles all over the racetrack. Brody Duche trying to work around that 11 machine of Cody, or that 1 machine, excuse me, of Cody Bodie. Cody trying to stay down to the inside like glue. Absolutely stuck to it. It's allowed Luke Mama here to rip the outside, and here comes the 69. The 69 is sneaking up on these two. Here is Duche. There's a slide job, but Cody back to the inside, parks the slider on him. There's contact. Cody gonna lose 1, 2, as Luke Mama goes to the outside. The 1 throws a slide job. He loses 2 more after a bit of contact. Oh, we're almost 4 wide. The 11 of Joseph Groove doing some hunting down on the bottom, but they are working hard, slicing and dicing here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. And man, Joseph Grandy, not too sure what happened to that 410 of his, but oh, we got one going for a hike on the outside. Matt Powell up and over, wild ride in 3 and 4. And the caution flag waves for the 4th time here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Back here, see if we can't figure out what happened. I'm going to rewind a little further. See if we can't maybe see if there was some early contact. I mean, it looks like kind of all self-induced there. Gets a little loose. Does he get some help there from the 69? Maybe, possibly, got entered in a little higher there. Who knows? Not my call. But Matt Powell goes for a wild ride, and we're back under caution. Landon Cardoza set to bring us to another restart here. Should be quite familiar with the restart zone and setting the pace by now, I would think. One of the underdogs get it here, man. Can JJ maybe, he snuck his way up, started in the back. Started, I believe, 15 to third. It's 12 spots. That's a hell of a run. Can he get 2 more? As we drop the hammer back underway. 12 laps to play as Blackjack leads the way. Matt Grimm a little closer, though, than he has been on previous restarts. Did he save a little something? Well, maybe not. Half a second lead. Landon Cardoza put it on the gang there through 3 and 4. Rips the lip. Extends it another 10 through 1 and 2. Drives it in. Slides up to the top shelf. Make it 7/10 here as he is. Man, putting on an absolute show. Duche looks to the bottom. Can Brody find grip down there? Everybody else up top through 1 and 2, you got to go where they're not if you want to get the pass done. Go back up top to try to reel him in, but once he gets to him, you're going to have to try a little something different here as we come around 8 laps to go. Blackjack leads the way. Joe Johnson. Can he find a way around that 91 of Matt Grimm? This is probably the closest battle on the racetrack. It's for that middle podium spot. Joe Johnson, kisses that outside with the right rear, draws the right front in the wall, and here comes Logan Trimmer in the 45. We saw him doing donuts early on in the practice session. Maybe had that crystal ball out, told him he was going to get a podium. Can he find a way around that 13 as that mistake wasn't enough? Gonna need JJ to make one more. We've got 5 laps to play. Rick Main trying to look to the outside here. That allows Joseph Groom to hunt on the bottom. Not a lot of dirt down there in the groove. Looking for a date. Needs some help, needs to find some grip because we're running out of time as Landon Cardoza coming to 3 to go. 2.5 second lead battle. Still on for third. Logan Trimmer had thrown a slide job last lap. Crossover here through 1 and 2. Give him a little crisscross applesauce, but now Trimmer gets in the outside wall, finds the grip to hold on as the yellow flag waves. Gavin Chatham going around, and we got a car wildly flipping down there into pit road. I think that was Matt Grimm. So Matt Grimm was running P2. Caution flag flew. He just drove it in there deep. Not too sure if he miscalculated. That is a big time shot. I mean, caution flag had already waved. That is a tough break. He is going to have to tow. You see Gavin then maybe thought he was clear, pulls down the racetrack. I bet there was some contact. Maybe Gavin wasn't possibly to blame for this. Looks like he may have gotten caught up in some aftermath there. As you see the 64 throws a slide job, gets him to one of Cody Bodie. 64 Ayrton Smith, and then Gavin Chatham just kind of gets collected. Now we got a different drum up front here. That 91 goes over the top. Collects the tractor tire on the entry to 1. And, man, we got a new, really top 3 is Joe Johnson now welcome to the podium. He had lost out on it there for a little bit after Logan Trimmer got around him. Now right back on it. Don't have a lot of time. We'll have green, white, checkered when we go back racing this time. As you see, he gets that green flag high. It is ready to fly. Blackjack drops the hammer, flips him over, 2 to play. Can he hold off the rest of the field here? Slide job for Joseph Johnson. Looks under that 45 of Trimmer. Trimmer cuts back to the inside. JJ feeds him a right rear. Oh, boy, white flag in the air. Landon Cardoza, he's got this thing, stunk up, locked up here. Oh, what happened there? Did we run out of time? No, 43 to go. Why did it go early here? Is it not set up for a green-white checkered? I'm so confused. Yeah, so we just had a 1-lap shootout. Green flag wave. So that was the final battle there through 3 and 4. Because they just stopped here. So very weird. 1-lap shootout. A little anticlimactic. Sorry about that. Would have gave you a better call. But not too sure. That's one of the first times I've seen it. 1-lap shootout there to the end. We'll watch it back. Final time. This was the battle here for the final 2 podium spots as Blackjack Landon Cardoza does it again, man. Absolutely steals it. Or, no, I shouldn't say steals it. Destroys it. This was his sandbox. Everybody else, they had to ask if they were allowed to play tonight. That was a good run from Landon Cardozo. We'll see if we can find our longer green flag run here. Pull up the top three, see if we can't get a word. And we do have him. We'll pull him up. I'm good at doing that, Logan. I'm sorry. I love pulling people up out of conversations. I can't tell when you guys are talking. My bad. But hey, man, contact there. I didn't realize. Okay, obviously, maybe you know being in the car. But were you aware that you weren't going to have a green-white checkered there? That it was a green
That
checkered?
I did not. Honestly, I was hoping it was gonna go green all the way through because I just got by Joseph and Matt was in third or second, and he just tanks the tires when the cautions come out. I'm like, what? What happened? I was so confused.
Yeah, so much happened there because, like I say, I'm used to, at least getting a 2-lap shootout there when we dropped the green, but only 1 lap. That was a little anticlimactic, but man, you guys battled hard through 3 and 4, and when the money's on the line, the elbows are
That
gonna get out. But what are you thinking when you and Joe make a little contact there? You try to shut the door, but didn't get low enough.
I was like, I knew I missed the bottom. I drove it in there a little hard. I cut down coming out of one, and I had such a good run. I had locked him up, tried to get the car to stick on the bottom. It didn't stick, and then Joseph slid up, made a little contact, and I'm like, well, they're good. I thought he was just gonna send me. Honestly, I thought I was eating the catch fence, but I held on to that third place, and I
Yeah,
was like, thankfully. Bro,
yeah.
I seen Brody right there on my inside too. I'm like, well, I'm getting passed by everyone.
That's why, like, when you go back and watch it, I didn't realize. I thought you were coming, to the white flag. I thought you had one more. And I was talking about you possibly getting eaten up there by the guy behind you, with that contact. But
I thought
luckily,
I was getting eaten up.
yeah, luckily, though, you only had about that football field to go, and you're able to put the power down. Finish P3,
Yeah, I just
man. Congratulations on the good run, Logan. And, man, I got a feeling the way you drove this thing, I'll be talking to you again soon. But before you get out of
I
here, let's hear about those sponsors, man. Who you want to thank?
I got a KBM, Caneberry. He's my biggest fan, and he's the one that pushed me to do this. He's the sponsor of my setups, our own Speed Factory sets, and uh, Jake Roy, Jake Roya for the design, and I think that's about everybody.
The New Hampshire
And oh,
Rocket, man. I used to
Stephen
call us.
Metcalf for the photos.
I used to call a series there that Caden Berry races in or raced in, and man, that kid was good. And I know he's doing some real life racing right now, so
Yeah.
hopefully Caden's doing good out there. But Logan, congratulations, man, and like I say, got a feeling I'll be talking to you again soon. But great run tonight,
Yeah, thank you.
Logan Trimmer. Gonna bring home P3, and now we're gonna bring up. Well, let's see here. Do we have Joseph Johnson? Now, let's see here. I'll bring John down here. Hey John, I pulled you into the booth. Is Joe in the general chat with just a different name and I don't know who he is, or is he not here?
No.
Okay.
Joseph is not in the house right now. But you want to hear the funny part about Joseph?
Yeah, what's up?
His racing setup is like 5 feet from my setup.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right.
Actually, Joseph, are you in the bathroom? Come do your interview, fool. He's
Yeah.
coming back to his PC right now.
No rush.
He totally forgot. Like he forgot about the picture, but we love him.
I mean, if the man's
There you go. He's in the Discord for you.
The man's got to piss. He's got to piss.
Yeah, without a doubt. We'll see you.
There he is. JJ, man, I had to run to the bathroom. Totally get it, but hey, man, you're here, and big move there through 3 and 4 on the final lap, which, well, first off, before we get to that, were you aware, because I sure as hell wasn't, that you were just going to have a one-lap shootout, man? Because I'm used to the green-white checkers. I was really confused there with the one and done.
Yeah, I noticed that we only had one lap to go. It sucks. I wish we had the green white checkered. Maybe get more in a battle with Logan there. I didn't really mean to get into him there on the final lap, but I think he washed up a little bit, and I just caught him with my right rear a little bit. But I think we kept it rolling, and yeah, it was good.
No, yeah, and I mean, that's almost word for word exactly what he said. Kind of knew it was coming. You're going to miss the bottom like that and try to shut the door. Well, you're going to get fed a little dinner, and all you had to do was just slide that thing in there. You did it. You bring home a P2, man. But you're up 13 spots. I mean, what was the trick tonight? It seemed like a lot of guys trouble passing, but you, man, it just seemed like everywhere you went, you were quick. You could run it on the bottom. You could run it on the top. How'd you have so much success?
It was just the Aiden beer line with RTB setups. The setups are flying. I think there was a good 5 of us in there with pretty good cars, and just going where everyone else wasn't was the key tonight, honestly.
Well, hey, man, hell of a run. Congratulations on the P2. You got anyone you want to thank before we kick you out of here?
Raise the bar setups, and that's really about it, to be honest.
Well, hey, hell of a run, JJ. Look forward to talking to you again, man. Great run.
Yeah, sounds good.
Joseph Johnson bringing home P2, and now we get to bring up the man who, well, we talked to him a couple weeks ago, I believe. Then he took a week off, but Landon back in victory lane, and boy, oh boy, man, just as easy as when you left off the last time. This one may have been easier. I mean, I think at some points we're 3 seconds up the road. How'd this rocket ship feel tonight?
Oh, it felt amazing, man. Obviously, yeah, I missed not last week, week before last week. Had some scheduling complications that I kind of didn't sort of think about. But no, car felt really good tonight. I feel like Cedar Lake is always a place that I am comfortable at and can load in and just always put down good laps and be quick. Always good to come in and have a good night.
Yeah, and, it seemed like you didn't really have to, quote unquote, on those starts, get up there and fight, especially on lap 1. You were comfortable with kind of putting it where you need to. But did you have a line that you preferred? I mean, it seemed like you really liked sliding up and catching that cushion through 3 and 4, and then obviously top 1 and 2. But, was there a preference? Was there a safe line or maybe a quick line? Or what were you doing out there?
1,000% 1 and 2 is just as hard as you can run the cushion. It's kind of, in my opinion, it's always the main line there. 3 and 4, yeah, as like you said, I feel like I always do a little better sliding the corner and catching the grip on exit instead of getting up into it and trying to stay all the way up into it. 3 and 4 at Cedars is always it's a different shaped track than normal, I feel like, or a different shaped corner. And it just makes it kind of hard to get up into it the whole corner and stay into it on exit. But no, yeah, top slider was, in my opinion, the best. I ran middle a little bit early. I knew with the 40 lap race, saving tires early was going to be kind of a something that we need to focus on. But just like you said, it just kind of felt like I was out there taking the dog for a walk, or like some people like to say, taking the goat for the walk. So.
Yeah, man, that's exactly what you were doing, and make sure you give it time to get a drink because you were pulling that leash hard, man. Big time lead. Good run here for the 21 tonight. Congratulations, Landon. You got anybody you want to thank?
Just everyone behind the scenes. Fusion setup shops, Focus Built setups, all the guys behind the scenes that help test and just make everything as good as I can be, and my boss, parents, everyone that lets me sit on here and run race cars for fun.
Well, great run here, Lando. 2 for 2, man. Let's see if you can go 3 for 3 here. Good luck next week.
Thank you, man.
Landon Cardoza bringing home the win here, and that's going to wrap up your SCRA 410 showdown at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Landon Cardoza brings home the win. Joe Johnson, P2. Logan Trimmer, 3rd. Brody Duche fourth, and Joseph Grandy rounds out your top 5. We're going to call it quits here for the night. I'm Zach Chapman with Shaggy TV saying so long and have a good evening.